Hello YouTube. Rusty Miner coming at you with another knife science video. Today we're going to talk about edges. And when we talked about earlier in these videos, we talked about the apex. If you guys want to go back, get a refresher on that. We talked about the edge angle. And today we're going to talk about the edge and whether or not to be toothy or polished. This one's rather toothy. That one has got the hardware store sharpened. This is a Twosun 313 from the factory, and it looks a lot better than the hardware. Twosun 138. A little bit of toothiness, but pretty nice looking. Well, we're gonna check that out. And the Kizer K 154 cm. So let's go to the board. Okay, guys, please forgive my artisticness. And I'm a newbie at this, but if we're talking about your blade here, we got your edge. That's the shiny part. And when we have a toothy edge, what I mean is we're using a coarser grit. And we stay there. And each one of these, if you were to look at it, it's going to be, you know, where the grain ran through there. That's going to create a toothiness. If we run with a finer grain, we're going to eliminate a little bit of that toothiness. And then if we run with an even finer grit, we're going to eliminate even more. And we're going to see that we can get into this. And this is going to be your mirrored polished look. I'd like to talk to you about what each of those, the benefits of having a polished edge or the benefits of having a toothy edge. Okay, now before we talk about the benefits of each one, let's talk about how to get there. So here I have a buck diamond sharpener, and what I can tell you is this grit on this side is rated at 325, and it's a lot more coarse than this side, which I think is a 750 or 800. So if you were to sharpen the angle on your knife and stop here, you're going to have a very toothy. And if you go in that 700 range, you might get a little bit more like this. Now, if you want to get more polished, I got a fall niven. This is the CC4, and we got a gray sapphire. The grit on here, very smooth, okay? And then we also have ceramic. And ceramic grits aren't measured in numbers, they're measured in microns. Well, I don't know, this one I also see might be equivalent to like a 1200. Now 1200 doesn't quite get you to polished. I think for polished, a lot of people are going to go to 2000 and up. I've seen 10,000 grit polished like Japanese whetstones that people will work on. So why would you do one versus the other? Well, so let's demonstrate some of this. And what I'm actually using is a pool noodle. Okay, and we're going to take, and with a toothy edge, what we're really looking at microscopically, we're going to compare this a lot to a saw, like a wood saw. And with each little tooth, it's going to grab hold and it's going to rip, okay, as you're cutting, and that's going to make for nice slicing. Now you don't want that if you're pushing, okay? So let's just demonstrate. Remember, I haven't done this test yet, but this one is a good push cutting blade. So push cut, what we're talking about is just pushing straight down. Okay, so if we just take and push straight down, okay, and it's going to go through. Okay, if I take this Kizer, okay, which does not have, see, we have a nice, how this comes down very thin, and the Kizer is thick. So if I push this one down, okay, it still gets through there. But this one also is toothy. Okay, and you can hear the ripping. This one, okay. What do we got with our Towser K? Let's see this one in push cut. Ooh. All right, did you guys see that? What I'm looking is how much does this squish down? Okay, so when I apply this, take a look at this. Okay, that has a little bit to do with blade shape, which we're going to talk about in a different video, and the edge. Okay, well, it looks like this thing may have gotten squished down, but I can tell you for the ease, how easy it goes down. See that one? Yeah. So this one, how's this one cut? Okay. Okay, so this is a smoother edge, but it could be, we got something going on here. Maybe perhaps we don't have a consistent angle or something here. Still a sharp knife. Okay. When it comes to slicing, now this is S35 VN. I should probably mention something about that. What I've been reading, this is 154 cm. What I've been reading is a lot of people like their tool steels. That would be your D2. And they like a toothy D2 or a tool steel and a toothy S35 VN. And then they're going to like a polished M390. So remember, your polished blades are going to be good for push cut. That's if you're cutting cardboard, where you're actually, the cutting takes place this way. And a slice is going to be when the cutting takes place this way. Okay, guys. Thanks for checking this out.